What's good with it? So today I will be reacting to Kawhi Leonard's trade changes everything by AM Hoop. So apparently Kawhi was traded back to the Raptors, and I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't know if I would have traded for him because, bro, he just sits out a lot nowadays. Like, honestly, he's good, but bro, he just sits out too much, and I can't tell you the last time I've seen him play. Even though I haven't been keeping up with him like that, so I mean, I don't know.
Kawhi back to Toronto changes everything in the Eastern Conference. Last year, the Raps were not only a 5 seed, but took the Cavs to 7 games. Now they get Kawhi back at the peak of his powers. No joke, Kawhi hasn't looked this elite and healthy since he left the Raptors in 2019 as the best player in the world. Oh, it's just a contract year, who cares? You don't think he's motivated now? I mean, this is gigantic. So the deal is, the Raptors get Kawhi for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, a 2031 and 2030.
Oh, he's the player who traded jerseys with that player whose last name was Black. But damn, Brandon Ingram, ain't this is Glorilla's boyfriend, right?
3 unprotected first, 2027 swap, and 2 second-round picks. That is a ton of picks for a 35-year-old, often injured Kawhi, even if he is playing well. Clippers also get Brandon Ingram, who's an all-star in his prime, but the message is clear. This is a win-now move for Toronto. Clippers building for the future. Raps must see a window. A different champion every year since they won in 2019. Now is their chance. But how close are they actually after this trade? Well, Toronto now, contenders above.
Like, I mean, the Raptors are good, but bro, are they like good enough to make it and then win it? Like, I don't know, bro.
Of Miami and Detroit in the Eastern Conference. Below the Knicks, Cavs, and Pacers getting Tyrese Halliburton back. Celtics can move up depending on how their offseason shakes out, but the Rats are able to keep talent out of this deal, like R.J. Barrett still on the team, Colin Murray Boyles, for a pick-heavy win-now package. Kept all their most important players for a deep playoff run in the East. Now, they have the exact thing they were missing in the playoffs, a go-to scorer, and they get one without sacrificing defense, because sometimes you get a guy who's a certified bucket, but he's small, Jalen Brunson, no energy for defense, Luka Doncic, Kawhi, the whole package. But why did he choose the Raptors? Reports said multiple teams would have paid him his max extension, but he wanted the Raps. Why? Was it to escape legal trouble, get out of the U.S.?
To escape legal trouble.
There's extradition.
Bro,
but
hearing about how he was paid, it was like a under the table deal or something like that. So basically, he signed a contract for a certain amount of money, and then he was paid more, but not officially, like not legally, basically. Like,
the optimistic view is Kawhi fell in love with the people and city of Toronto.
Bro, honestly, I do believe a lot of players have deals like this. Have deals where they'll sign a contract and then they'll be paid more, just not like it's not stated in the contract,
and can finally see himself retiring there. The cynical view is, well, the Raptors were the few teams who let him run the show. More diva behavior from Kawhi incoming. Because people forget, but his load management in that one regular season was a problem in the locker room. Was forgot because of the championship, but Ramps pampered Kawhi. But he left for LA, who finally turned the page on the Kawhi disaster. What a horrible 6 years for a cursed franchise. He's signing probably the biggest nightmare star of any NBA team. First, the PG trade was awful, sending SGA and a boatload of picks to create a champion in OKC, but it should really be called the PG Kawhi trade because they were a package deal. That's on Kawhi too. Then, he took Diva to a whole other level. Uncle Dennis had a list of demands: private jets, a no-show
Dennis.
sponsorship deal that was basically free money. The Clippers had to hire
Oh,
members
his
of
actual fucking
Kawhi's
uncle.
staff. He wanted to skip media and community events, really? They allowed him to live in
Goddamn,
San
Kawhi.
Diego and commute via helicopter, made the team break.
Like, honestly, why would you want to trade for a player like this? Like, he's good. He's very good. He's one of my favorites as well. But bro, he doesn't care. Like, at all, man. God damn. I get it. These events, meet and greets, or these press appearances and stuff can be a lot, but at the same time, bro, you're being paid millions to sit down for like an hour or two and talk to somebody or something, like, I get it. It can be a lot, and just constantly flying back and forth and doing stuff while also training as well is a lot. But bro, you're being paid crazy amounts of money to do it. And I don't want to say it's not much work, but bro, it's hard work, but I don't know, man. I wish I could sit on my ass and talk. And be paid like hundreds of millions of pounds. Like, I don't know.
Make NBA rules on injury transparency to the media, but most of all on the court. A gigantic disappointment. Kawhi played in just 60% of games as a Clip because of injury and load management. But with the aspiration scandal, LA wanted to turn the page, which is why the Spurs said hell no. News leaked that Kawhi would only re-sign Toronto or San Antonio, but the Spurs killed a bidding war immediately. Didn't even consider bringing Kawhi into their locker room. Not worth it.
And fam, I don't blame him, bro. It's like, he did kind of own a little bit. And also, bro, who wants a player who isn't going to play? And then a player who has diva-like tendencies. Who the fuck wants that?
Way, Steve Ballmer confirmed was bluffing. Didn't put up much of a fight to keep Kawhi this time. I'm not saying this was all on Kawhi. The Clips share just as much of the blame, but the whole thing was a mess. Now, before we talk about what's next for the Clippers, why would the Raptors want that guy back in their building? Because for all the drama, Toronto has only won a single playoff series since Kawhi left summer of 2019. And missed the playoffs 4 of the last 6 years.
Dang.
So all you had to give up was Dick, picks, and Brandon Ingram. No offense, but B.I. was the ideal player to give up. Now, he was an all-star last year in his prime at 28, and he was a gigantic reason that Toronto won 46 games, returned to the playoffs, but he was also probably the biggest reason they lost in the playoffs to Cleveland. Banged up Ingram averaged just 12 points on 32% shooting. That kills a team. So not only is having Kawhi in that series a win into the second round, but he raises their ceiling overall to contend for a championship. Because so far, regressing in the playoffs has now become a theme in Brandon Ingram's career. Honestly, the Raptors have been quietly building for years to this moment. In the front court now, Kawhi and Scotty Barnes, the most physical, scary two-way duo in the league when healthy. Center, unfortunately a weakness. Jakob Poeltl is past his prime, kind of a plodding center who's not elite at anything, which would be fine if he didn't make so much money. Almost $30 million per year might be one of the worst contracts in the NBA. Backcourt, not elite. Bottom line, Toronto doesn't have a guard who can both create at a high level and check the other team's best guard on defense. RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly, not the best pair, but you could do a lot worse. But youth? Not only do they have Colin Murray Boyles, but Jamal Shed, Kobe Walter looked good. So Raptors are not a perfect team, but a far better squad than they were before this trade. They do this because Kawhi wants to be there, good vibes from 2019, and they lacked exactly what he brings in the playoffs. An elite, clutch scorer who creates his own shot and brings it defensively. All that's left is to sign that 2-year, $120 million max extension and pray he stays healthy. Because
that's dastardly. For Kawhi Leonard, he's talented. He does, like, say his talent alone, yes, obviously he's worth that much and possibly more. But just how he never really wants to play, or he's injured, load management, he doesn't want, bro. He doesn't want to do press appearances or events. Like, goddamn, at some point, Kawhi, you gotta work with me. Like, at some point, you gotta work. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, people think of load management and diva with Kawhi.
120
When you
for that boy.
actually look at what he's accomplished, it's staggering. Named as one of the NBA's top 75 players all time, 2 NBA titles, 2 Finals MVPs, 2 Defensive Players of the Year, All NBA 7 times. You could
All of this shit don't mean nothing if he isn't willing to play, bro. Like, it doesn't mean nothing if you're only going to play with about 60%. 60% of the NBA season, bro.
cut that career in half, still be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So what's next for the Clippers? Honestly, this is one of the most impressive rebuilds we have seen in a long time. Due to the Paul George and James Harden trades, Clips had no way to build through the draft.
I forgot
next 3
James Harden
years.
got
They
traded.
owe swaps to OKC and Philly, plus an unprotected first to Philly in 2028. But despite that, the front office did a complete overhaul. Look at the difference in this roster over just the last 5 months. The roster on the left is from February 1st of this year. The current roster on the right.
Everybody gone.
4 new impact
Yeah,
players,
no.
including all-stars Brandon Ingram, Darius Garland, number 5 overall pick Keaton Wagler, and guys in their 20s for the future. They shipped out a lot of old injury guys like Kawhi.
Old.
And let Paul
Old
George
is
go at the
crazy.
exact right moment. People don't give them enough props for this. Like PG walks for nothing in free agency, which is normally a dumb move. But the wheels completely fell off the moment he lands in Philly. A genius play by Lawrence Frank in that front office. But Kawhi probably should never have left the Raptors in the first place. The year he went to LA in 2020, Toronto was still just a game away from the East Finals without Kawhi that next season. Imagine what could have been. Well, now at least we get to see if there's one more run with a much different and younger supporting cast up north. But this is the craziest offseason we have had in a long time. Not only was Giannis traded, then LaMelo, now Kawhi, and LeBron is next. Man officially says he's playing next year, but not with the Lakers. So the
This
odds say right
offseason
now,
is going to be crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, so far it's been crazy. Ja was traded. Who else? Ja, Melo, Leonard, Giannis, and LeBron is apparently not going to re-sign with Los Angeles. So this offseason is definitely going to be hectic, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.